They told her to accept the blood transfusion, that it was the only way to save her life. You see, she was suffering from a deadly disease, cancer of the breast, and only a blood transfusion could help the doctors start treatment and save her life. But she chose death instead, simply because of her religious belief. This is the story of a popular influencer called Aunty Esther. If you're very popular on X, you might have come across Aunty Esther. She is known for being shameless, had a habit that some people would call annoying and others would call brilliant. Whenever there is any viral tweets, be it politics, crime, whatever at all, she will go under the comment sections of those viral tweets and post adverts of what she does. What she does is simply what you can call errands. If you want to go on market runs and you're too busy to do this yourself, Aunty Esther is your go-to person. She would go for market runs, buy things for you at good prices, and then bring it down to your doorstep. When she was starting up, she didn't really have a lot of people that she would do this to. So one of the ways she usually gets customers was to go under viral tweets and make a post on those viral tweets advertising herself. One day, an influencer found this very annoying and decided to publicly call her out, shaming her. This influencer insulted her and warned her to stop polluting her timeline with her businesses. But the internet did what they were known for. They fought back. Nigerians came out in their numbers supporting her and telling people that this is just a woman that just wants to make a living for herself. And in less than 24 hours, her life changed. She went from an obscure shopper to a household name. There were celebrities, known names that wanted her to shop food items for them. People were sending her spoiling money. Celebrities were booking her services, and she became a poster child for dignity in labor. With this turnaround in her business, she was able to rise to the peak of her business. But Aunty Esther's story didn't last so long, because with time, her body began failing. In late 2024, Aunty Esther was diagnosed with stage 2 cancer. And when she went to the hospital, tried to see if she could fund this herself, she noticed that she didn't have so much fun. So she did what she felt was best. She brought it down to the internet, and this time the internet rallied around her. There was a lot of reposts and retweets. There were a lot of people calling out to the public to help out Aunty Esther. So they were able to send money for her. They were able to send a tune of 30 million naira for her treatment. And you know, cancer is not cheap, but 30 million naira is a great start to saving her life. And once this money was complete, the doctors decided to start their work. They noticed that she needed a blood transfusion to enable them treat her better. Now, when they brought this news to her that she was going to be needing a blood transfusion in order for them to begin treatment on her, she refused it. She said that she was not needing any blood transfusion. Doctors were surprised. They were like, why don't you need this blood transfusion? You see this particular liquid, this is what you need to save your life. If we don't do this, we cannot start up any treatment at all. And then she said no, that they can either decide to go ahead with the treatment or leave her that way, but she was not going to go for the blood transfusion. And people were worried. They were like, why does she not want this transfusion? When they probed for that, they realized that she belonged to this religious group that is called Jehovah's Witness. And according to their doctrine, going for blood transfusion is a sin. And if at all you do it for any circumstances, it doesn't matter if you're about to lose your life or if your loved one is about to lose their life, you're not permitted to do any form of transfusion at all. And if it is heard of that you do it, they are going to excommunicate you. You will no longer be part of the group and you will literally be banished. So to the Jehovah's Witness, this set of religious group, it is better to choose death. They felt that it was more honorable than to use blood transfusion. I really do not know the whole ideology behind the whole blood transfusion, but Aunty Esther believed in it so much that she decided to choose being unalive than going for that blood transfusion. Now, imagine that you are in this state. Money is not a problem. The internet has contributed a lot of money needed for your treatment. The only thing that is the issue is that take this liquid, use it to save your life. That's just the only issue. And to think that there are a lot of people that are in the same state as her, or even worse, and are looking for money that are maybe less than that to begin treatment, and they don't have, and then someone has money, and her only problem is that she cannot take blood transfusion because of her faith. That's really funny. Now, when news broke out that this was the reason why Aunty Esther could not continue her treatment, a lot of people reached out to her seeing if they could convince her, but she was not having it. She even came online by herself saying that this is her own personal choice and that they should leave her to it. Sadly, on the 27th of December 2025, Aunty Esther stormed. And just saying yes to one singular thing would have saved her, but she chose not to. But I'm quite curious, what do you think about churches these days and their strict rules and doctrine? Most times this rule cause more harm to the people than even save them. Do you think that it should be scrapped out, or do you just think that since it is religion and it came from this religious leader that might not even be perfect, that everybody should just follow it blindly? Let me know in the comment section.